Let's take a quick look at a couple of G1 reissues. This is a look at Skywarp and Thundercracker, but done in the animated movie colors, which is the way we should have always had them. I've griped about the G1 Seekers in past video reviews. Getting them in cartoon accurate colors goes a long way to sort of quelling my issues with those G1 toys. Don't get me wrong, I still have major gripes with these toys, but not enough to keep me from getting both of these guys, because I do have the G1 Starscream in the movie color, so I have to have the original three Seekers. The box art and just the box in general are decent enough. I don't keep boxes for the most part. I throw these away, but they're somewhat presentable. But let's get these guys out. And they do look good when set up in robot mode like this, but that's about all I can easily say that's positive. Let's talk about it. If you're watching a review like this, you probably have had a G1 Seeker in hand, and you have your opinions about this toy already formed. For me, from day one, I have always hated parts forming with G1 Transformers. The only one that gets a pass is Omega Supreme, because he's my favorite and he can do no wrong. But as far as the Seekers are concerned, I remember getting Starscream as a kid and just being so annoyed that I had to blow him up into a bunch of different pieces to form him into either his robot or jet mode. And when I say robot, I mean it's barely like a bipedal humanoid kind of form. And I've always hated that you don't, when you're playing with these things, where do I hold it? What moves? What isn't going to get popped out of place or pop off or accidentally fire? Like, they're messes. I don't regret getting these because I have always wanted original G1 Seekers in the colors of the characters that I came to know and love. So these have been a long time coming, but the beginning and end of what's good about them is the color scheme, because on top of everything else, these aren't exactly put together manufacturing wise the best. There's a lot of like molded piece lines that don't butt up flush next to other pieces. It took me like 5 minutes to get that missile to stay in. Something about just the construction of like the feet, which are not metal, they're plastic. There's just something a little like flimsy and shoddy about them. They definitely feel cheaper than the G1 Seekers, which I guess I shouldn't be surprised with. But it is something to note. And I will transform them into jet mode off camera in a second, but just so you get a sense of what all three look like together, which is again why I got them. Why I got these two is to have the three in their original color schemes set up on the shelf together, and they do look really, really nice together. The other thing is that on top of all the parts that they come with, they do come with their obnoxiously long missiles, and each of them come with their landing gear with their little die-cast wheel, and they both come with the little pistol version of Megatron that Starscream came with. And the interesting design decision they made, if you're not familiar with these versions of the Seekers, are that the glove hands, they're molded as if part of the gun is already being held, so that you plug the top half of Megatron into the glove as well as the bottom half, and it sort of completes the look, which is it's interesting. So there's that. So if you get all three, you get 3 pistol Megatrons. And here they are in jet mode, all three next to one another. And in this form, they look beautiful. Again, it's something where, and I think I kind of felt this way about the G1 toys as well. They display beautifully when they're set up and not being played with. Just messing with them was always something that gave me more anxiety and stress than enjoyment. They have a bunch of those like lines in between where pieces meet, and that was an issue with the G1 toys as well. There was always a lot of gaps in the Seekers, which is more of a glaring problem for me now as an adult collector looking at them. But again, it is what it is. There's, as far as the manufacturing and the construction of these guys, again, when transforming Thundercracker and Skywarp, there are pieces that are way too loose. There are other pieces that are too tight, not because of tolerance issues or because they want things to be secure, but simply because the engineering and the manufacturing is just a little bit off on all of these guys. Or maybe that's just the state of toys today, and we were spoiled with how well things were made back in the 80s. But anyway, getting these guys is worthwhile. They're not super expensive, but they are a mixed bag. There are some drawbacks to having these particular reissues. And that's just a quick look at Thundercracker, Skywarp done in the original animated cartoon and movie colors, along with Starscream as well.